Hi guys, in this episode of Shri series, we're going to be talking about potential energy calculations by looking at the formula, what the formula means, and then looking at an example. Alright, so if I was to define what potential energy is, I would say potential energy is stored energy. All right, so energy that is stored to do activities. It could be energy conversion from potential to kinetic energy or potential to other forms of energy. All right, so in a nutshell, we learned in our basic science that potential energy is energy stored or stored energy. All right, now if we were to write down the formula, we know that potential energy, which is this one here, PE, is mass in kilograms and height in meters times gravity, or acceleration due to gravity, and the numerical number or value that we designate for gravity is 9.8 meters per second squared. All right, if I was to simplify this formula, it would therefore be PE equals mgh, mass times acceleration due to gravity times your height. All right, so that's how we define potential energy and give a formula. So potential energy is mgh. All right, so we're going to look at a question that applies the concept of potential energy. So if we go to this question here, I'm going to read this out. A stone of mass 2 kilograms falls from a height of 40 meters. Calculate the potential energy. All right, so think of a situation like this. So let's say, for instance, it could be a building. There's someone there throwing a stone, and that stone has a mass of 2 kilograms, and the height of that building is 40 meters. And because you're throwing it down, it has free fall. So therefore, my G is going to be 9.8 meters per second square. So I've got my mass, I've got my height, so obviously my height is from here to there, and acceleration due to free fall is 9.8 meters per second square. So the first thing we need to do is write down the formula. It's good practice. So we say PE is equal to mgh. So that's the formula we're going to be using to write down this question. Okay, and then the next thing we do is we get our mass, which is 2 multiplied by 9.8 and multiplied by 40. Remember, mass is in kilograms, so we don't need to change the 2, and height is in meters. So if you get your mass in grams, you need to convert that to kilograms. If you get your height in kilometers or centimeters, you need to convert that to meters. And acceleration due to free fall will always be 9.8 meters per second squared. So what we now need to do is get our calculator, enter these values. So that's 2 times 9.8 times 40, and our potential energy therefore becomes 784 joules. We know very well energy is measured in joules, therefore the unit for potential energy as well as other forms of energy will be in joules. So that's how you calculate potential energy. I just wanted to give you a basic understanding of what potential energy is using an example. So to wrap it up, potential energy is energy that's stored, and the formula is mass times acceleration due to gravity times your height, and your final answer will be in joules. Thanks guys for watching. In my next episode, we're going to be talking about calculating potential energy with other criteria given, or also given potential energy, how do we find the other aspects like mass or height. Thanks for watching guys. Bye now.